Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jen.
And today we're actually back in the kitchen.
Yes.
It's been a long time since we've been in here. If you've caught any of our previous videos, we had 20 baby goats hit the ground in the past month and a half. So that's been consuming a lot of our time, and we've been getting garden ready.
Yeah.
So we've been topping our beds, seed starting, checking on all of our seedlings that we have, and just really consumed by that right now. Spring's a crazy time.
It's that time of year, but we are back in it today because it's raining outside and there's really nothing we can do.
Thankfully.
And
It's kind of nice. Like, yes.
So with that, we are trying to go through our freezers and get rid of last year's harvest, preserve it, or go ahead and try to eat what we can, because pretty soon this year's harvest will be coming in. So we've got to get all that cleaned out and be ready for the new season. So we have a lot of bags of frozen tomatoes. Most of them got canned. Most of them got ate. We sold some, but they're at the end of the season when we were just like crazy and overwhelmed with everything coming in. We froze a bunch. So the plan was to actually can them, and then we started talking about the freeze dryer because I saw somebody do it with their frozen tomatoes, and the outcome was really cool. So we're gonna try that.
So what we're actually going to do with these specifically, because we have about, 4 to 6 frozen bags, gallon bags full of tomatoes. So we'll probably do a few different rounds. This round specifically, we're going to be making tomato powder. And one thing that we're going to be using for the tomato powder is actually in her homemade bread. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. I'm excited to try that because, this is going to be something new. But you could also definitely just do like diced tomatoes and just kind of dice them up and then freeze dry them. And then you can throw them in soups and make your chilies and spaghetti sauces and stuff like that afterwards once they're hydrated. But I'm pretty pumped to make some actual powder.
Me too.
All right, so these are already pre-frozen, which is a good thing because that's actually going to cut down our time on our freeze dryer, because with the freeze drying method, it freezes first and then it dries. So if you already have them pre-froze, you're cutting down quite a bit of time because it doesn't have to work so much. But we need to try to chop these up just a little bit.
That's going to be fun.
In their frozen state, because it's going to take them a while because they're real full solid. So we're just going to try to get them into a little bit smaller, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Let's do it.
All right, while Jen's getting this set up in the kitchen, I am actually going to go ahead and get this, our freeze dryer cooling down. So whenever you do it, you want to hit start, see if you can see. So it's going to be 15 minutes. It's just going to cool its own self down while you're prepping your trays, because then by the time you get your trays full, your 15 minutes should be up. How's it working?
How about cut my hand off?
Oh my gosh, don't get your hand off. Y'all, all right, first off, she's left-handed, and when she uses knives, I don't know why I guess she learned right-handed, and it like battles her head. It makes me so nervous when she cuts things. All right, let's set y'all up. Y'all might see a finger cut off here. Hey, God. Shoot off. Everything's fine. You want me to do it? You want me to do it?
It gets really violent.
If I was doing this for realsies, like during the garden season, I would cut them up and then freeze them. Man, it always slings one. Every time. Hey, guy! Okay, all right. I could see it in your face.
It works. Oh, it didn't work that time. Hey, you got it. Hey!
Hey, gosh. You ever, after you cut, check your fingers? Because they always say that you won't feel it immediately until you see it. That's what I do. When it's a little slippery. Kind of close your eyes, open one. Yeah, we're still there. I think okay. Gosh, I'm mighty terrified. I'm glad I can see you.
Got it. Feel my hands. Here, let's do this.
You've done so well. You got all the trays there. All right, 4 beautiful trays of last year's homegrown tomatoes heading into the freeze dryer. And everybody kept their fingers.
They did.
It's close though. It's close. Okay, so now it's time for us to go get cleaned up, and we'll see you all in a little bit. But first, because it's always a fun game we like to play when we're freeze drying, guess how many hours you think it's going to take to freeze dry our already pre-frozen tomatoes. What's your guess?
24.
24? I'm going to go a little shorter and say between 12. I got to do a number, don't I? I can't say between. I'll go 16 hours. So 24, 16, what's your guess? See you in a little bit. Finally in milk, officially. So we officially started kid sharing last night. And the freeze dryer is finally done. It took a lot longer than we thought. I guess tomatoes just have a whole lot of moisture, but got the milk, get that filtered, and then we'll get onto these tomatoes. All right, we're back inside and it's time to take our tomatoes out of our freeze dryer. It took 45 hours and 51 minutes for this freeze dryer to get these tomatoes done. Blew our guesses out of the water. How close were you? They like little pieces of styrofoam.
Okay, I'm hoping these, yeah, they're not stuck, so that's great. I'm just gonna put them here in my blender because I think that would be the easiest and non-messiest way to get these into powder, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, they smell like tomatoes.
Did you try one?
No.
Why? No matter what it is, I like to try it in its freeze-dried state, just to see what it tastes like. Tastes like a tomato.
Does it?
Yeah, it tastes just like a tomato.
Okay, also guess how much powder this is gonna make.
That's a good idea. Is it gonna be a pint? Is it gonna be a quart? Half gallon?
I don't know.
I'm thinking probably around the quart area. What do you think?
Pint.
Pint? She's going pint, I'm going quart.
Actually, a jelly jar.
Jelly jar? You think it's gonna go that low? It's surprising how little it turns into once you turn it into powder. Stuck on my tooth. I guess we should mention, I don't know if we mentioned this on the previous one or not. When we froze them, all we do to do that, to preserve them in there, is we blanch them, and then we
Core and score.
core and score. Thank you. And so that's skins on. Skins are on these bad boys and all that good stuff. And when it's powder, it doesn't matter. It's all turned into powder. So there you go. I want to rehydrate one too. While she's doing that, I'm over here playing around. I got one in a little bit of water here. Bring her back to life, see what it looks like. Oh, you and this thing always have a fun time. Well, time for an upgrade.
I don't know why we do this. We always forget about the food processor.
And we would forget about how much our blender sucks.
Yeah, and it's brand new.
Yeah. Our blender doesn't like rotate it real well. It gets what's on the bottom and it stays there on the bottom. Powder everywhere. I really like when Jen does this stuff because it's her messes.
Come on.
Made it. Why? She's gonna do that to you later. You act up. No, take 2. Jen always has a fun time with this. She's very much more the manual person than the electronic.
Appliances don't get along.
Well, this one's tricky because if it's not completely tied in right. Oh God. Hey, there it is. I found the magic number. That's where it goes.
Here we go. Oh damn. That's how we got.
Where's the green funnel?
Oh, I opened those.
This should be fun.
Yeah, loads.
Does everybody else just have like ease with these simple tasks, or do you all make messes too? Like just putting powder in a
Right.
jar. The suspense is killing us all, man. Making chop.
It'll be a mess. Don't worry.
Yeah, and that's not even all of it. For all you gin lovers, you still have a second chance to come over to the Zek side on the quart side.
It's definitely more than a jelly jar, so I lose.
You were closer on time, even though we were both incredibly wrong. No mess. She did it.
A little bit.
Well, a little bit's alright. You ain't cooking or doing anything, you ain't got a little mess. I did want to mention, because if you're new to freeze drying, don't understand, don't know any of that, what we mean by time is how long it's going to take to freeze dry them. And it varies depending on the moisture level of the product that you're putting in the freeze dryer. Tomatoes, as we all know, they got a lot of juice up in there. However, because we pre-froze, we thought it'd be a little bit quicker, but it wasn't. So I would definitely say pre-freeze these bad boys, because it would have been up to 50-something hours if I had to guess. Round 2. I tell you, I don't know how it knows. How does it know that that lid wasn't on?
I have no idea. There's no wire in
It's
it.
clear plastic. Remember when we did that with the peppers? Do you all remember when we did that with the peppers?
Never again.
We about died.
Whew. We only do that outside.
Yeah. If you all don't know, we had a bunch of hot peppers and we turned them into seasoning. And we did this and we took that lid off and we all got to choking. Whoo!
It's terrible.
It was real bad.
Almost killed everything.
It did. Alrighty. Let her fly. Get every last bit. I think we can call it. Alright. Here's my tomato we rehydrated. You gonna eat it?
No.
You gotta try it. Come on. Put a little salt on it if you want a little salt on it. That's a lot of salt. It's more of a mind. Oh, it's salty. What do you think?
It tastes like a tomato. Just a wet tomato.
Yeah.
Good though.
There's a benefit to rehydrate a little bit longer. Come back to more of its form.
It tastes like garden tomato.
It does. It tastes like a garden tomato compared to a store-bought tomato. Still juicy. Still has all the flavor in there. It's more of a mind thing
It is.
with rehydrating certain foods. And so the tomato was very squishy. You know, it didn't have that firmness like when you get it out of the garden. But the taste was exactly what you expected and hoped for it to be.
I'm so proud of this.
Yes, I am too. So tell them again what you're doing with that. I'm pretty sure we told them at the beginning of this video.
Okay, I'm gonna make a bread with it. But you don't know which bread.
There you go. And time is not on our side today, so it will not be in this video. We've got some other things that we need to get completed. But stay tuned for what Jen does with this.
It's really good.
It's gonna be really good. I'm really excited about it. All right, so that completes our video today of the Harvest Right freeze-dried tomato powder. But I did want to remind everyone we have the medium-sized freeze dryer with the premium oil pump. That is the one we have. They have small, medium, and large. We have medium. Would you agree it's probably good enough size for us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen the smalls. I think you only get like 3 trays in there. That would be pushing a little tight. I like the size of the medium.
We love ours. Absolutely love it. I don't know how we lived without it.
I completely agree. And it's just great for the weird things. You know, the stuff too that you like. I don't know how to preserve it, kind of thing. You can turn it into something. They also have cookbooks and everything like that. So if you are running out of ideas, you're like, I want to do a little bit more than just freeze dry the tomatoes. All kinds of stuff. Spaghetti and meatballs, different kinds of recipes. Literally anything. I think we're going to try something interesting for our next one because a lot of people have gotten into this and freeze drying it, but we've never tried it. So stay tuned for that too. Anything else you got to say for them?
I think so.
All right, y'all. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button for us.
We love ya.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.